I am Jerry Azuma, and this is To The Points, focused on primetime NFL matchup previews and bets. All right, guys, Sunday football. It's the NFL playoffs. First up, we have the Rams traveling to Philly to see the Eagles. The Eagles are a 6-point home favorite, and the total is at 43.5 points. Now, last season, these teams played each other in Week 12, and the Eagles' defense was on fire. They registered 5 sacks and shut the Rams out on third down. The Eagles' D-line will look to duplicate that performance. They will dial up the pressure to make sure Goff stays uncomfortable in pass situations. Now, when the Eagles have the ball on the offense, they can be extremely dangerous on the ground and through the air. Saquon Barkley is the workhorse, and he should see many touches. The last time they played, he hit the Rams' defense with some chunk yards on explosive plays. Now, he is a home run just waiting to happen, and I don't know if they have enough to slow him down collectively. Now, Jalen Hurts can be dangerous with his elusive athleticism, so this could be a problem for the Rams' defense if they can't contain Barkley or Hurts. It would be up to the Rams' defensive line to play extremely aggressive and win their one-on-one battles. Now, with more players playing near the box to control the run, that means that there are vulnerabilities, especially through the air attack. And the Eagles have some ballers out wide like A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Tight end Dallas Goedert has been getting into the mix lately. Look for that to continue. The Rams secondary is decent, but they will be challenged for this matchup. Now, on the flip, the Eagles team in general is solid from top to bottom. The defense is playing at a high level, and they are disruptive up front, anchored by All-Pro Jalen Carter. Now, this D-line might be the best in the business right now, and they look to lock things down on the back end. This will be a nice matchup to see how they control Puka Nacua, who's been very productive for the Rams lately. I believe that the Rams lean on running back Kyren Williams. He should see many carries to keep the Eagles front honest. Williams has been a key contributor to the success of this offense. To have a real chance, he has to be productive against a strong defense, which is easier said than done. Sean McVay and the coaching staff is very innovative and creative when it comes to scheming up plays. I'm very interested in how they plan to attack this team that doesn't have glaring weaknesses. Now let's get right to the points. The Rams defense put the football world on notice after their performance against the Vikings. But this Eagles team, it's on a different level, starting with Saquon Barkley. He is the workhorse. Put some change on him going over 111 yards rushing today and a touchdown. I also like Dallas Goedert over 35.5 receiving yards. In the end, I like the Eagles top to bottom. I think the Rams will give them hell and will put up a strong effort, but I think that they're overmatched here. I'm fading the Eagles to win and cover at home. Okay, game number 2. The Ravens travel to Buffalo to see the Bills. Baltimore is a 1-point favorite, and the total is at 51.5 points. Now, where do I start here? This game is iron versus iron, two of the best well-rounded, well-coached, well-balanced teams in the NFL with 2 MVP quality quarterback play. Now, Lamar Jackson versus Josh Allen is going to be nothing short than box office. Josh Allen's offense was the NFL's first to score 30 touchdowns, both passing and rushing this season. Lamar Jackson's offense was the NFL's first to top 4,000 passing yards and 3,000 rushing yards. These stats don't even seem real, but it just goes to show you how dominant both of these offenses are. Now, here's a few things. How do you stop Derrick Henry? The last time that these teams met, Derrick Henry was 1 yard shy of 200 yards rushing, which he ripped off an 87-yard dash to the end zone on the first play of scrimmage. Now, once you figure out how to stop that, then you have to figure out how to stop Lamar Jackson from running wild. He is the fastest guy on that football field, and he gets yards in large bunches. Now, the Bills defensively, they will have their work cut out for themselves just to stop the ground attack. They have to crowd the box to stop Henry from gaining steam. They also have to be aggressive at the point of attack and reestablish that line of scrimmage. On top of that, they have to stay disciplined with their eyes and keys and play with good technique and fundamentals. Now, next up, how do the Ravens defense stop the Bills' balanced attack? Now, the Bills running back James Cook is no Derrick Henry, but he has the same amount of touchdowns. So that tells you that they believe in their ground game, especially in the red zone. And Josh Allen has thrown touchdown passes to 13 different players this season. That means 2 things. Allen is spreading the wealth to his large committee, and you can't really just key on one person. Much like what the Bills have to do defensively, the Ravens have to be very similar to stay disciplined with their eyes and keys and play with good technique and fundamentals. Now, because these teams are evenly matched, this game can come down to my last point. Which kicking game is going to be the most productive? The Ravens' Justin Tucker has been outstanding throughout his career, but recently he has been struggling with his consistency, and it's definitely concerning for the team. Now, the Bills' Tyler Bass has been battling inconsistencies with his field goals and a career-worst 5 missed PATs. Now, the forecast in Buffalo will be less than ideal. The conditions will be frigid, and the temperatures will dip into the single digits. Now, let's get right to the points. Put some change on Derrick Henry scoring the first touchdown of this football game, and put some change on Josh Allen rushing over 47.5 rushing yards. Now, in the end, these two teams are serious. They are well coached, and they have a lot of explosive playability on both sides of the football. They also have limited deficiencies. Now, based on the extreme weather conditions and the will to pound the football from both teams, I'm staying away from picking a winner. I'm focused on the total, and I'm fading the under. With these conditions, I believe the total stays under 50 points. All right, everyone, this has been To The Points. Thank you for listening, and make sure to follow.